Next is some Roger Gilmore. Subject is no yob Cardona, no yob, whatever that
Hey, no
means.
job means Mil Mascaras when he would say he wasn't going to do a
Oh,
job.
no job, no
No
yob.
job. That's from Bruce Pritchard.
Okay.
That's a
Matt
Bruce Pritchard-ism.
Matt Cardona was just on the Great Chris Van Fleet show and said that not only is he not returning to WWE, but they haven't even made him an offer. My question is mostly for Konnan is, why do you think this is? I get that Cardona basically conquered the indie scene and made himself a way bigger name since leaving WWE, but it seems like he actually wants to return there. Also, did you hear anything about his AEW run behind the scenes? I thought it was strange how he had two very short runs there. Why wouldn't Khan lock him into a high-paying deal? Oh yeah, Conan. Now that you're working for WWE, don't forget to mention Jacob Fatu that Joe said he could take him.
No, it's not necessary.
That's what he said, though. Did you
No, it's
say?
not accurate. I would not.
All
No.
right. So
Actually, Jacob and I
yeah,
get
why is
along.
Cardona not? Bro, do you think it's because he does the thing with the dolls?
You said
No. Really?
I'm just asking.
that.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is true or not, but his AEW thing, he came in and he teamed with Cody and stuff. I thought it was like, maybe he was Cody's boy. Maybe that's why he never got to stick around because Cody rolled. But that could just be speculation. I don't know why WWE wouldn't sign him. I've expected for years for that, Rumble pop for Cardona. And
It's
Zack Ryder.
it's very perplexing to me because Matt Cardona is a very likable guy, very professional, knows the WWE system, has a delicious tan, like straight up.
Right.
And his wife is there. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't bring him in, and I don't know why Tony, that he gives everybody else big contracts, he did give one to Matt. Matt's entertaining. He's over. Did I mention he has a delicious tan?
You did.
Okay. Yeah, it's a head scratcher.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even see. I was mentioning when he was teaming with Cody. He worked for Ring of Honor too with Jericho. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. And there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino. All the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here.
Just before we start, can you fill me in briefly? Because I came home and I read this and I was like, what? That they released Carlito and Ron Killings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any news on that?
These contracts, they're not renewing his contract.
The only thing I read, and I don't.
They're not fired. They're just not renewing their
not
contracts.
renewing.
Yeah.
I read that it was Triple H's call, but I can't. I don't know.
Well, listen. I mean, dude, everybody is okay because our truth
and
is
Miz.
loved.
Miz took all his. He doesn't follow WWE anymore or any of that. Miz is next up probably.
No, he's not. They're all selling for Ron Killings because they love the guy.
See.
But dude, this is the funny thing is we love Ron Killings. Everybody loves Ron Killings. But this is like the typical like internet dirt sheet people projection how WWE is evil for releasing guys. They don't pay guys enough. They don't and I'm like, dude, just take away from the standpoint of the fans and the talent. If your office, are you going to keep everybody signed till they're 53 years old? It's like it's like the guy's had a great career. He's 53. They're not going to renew him again. He is just a comedy character. They may have been able to keep him on. However, bro, what a send off this guy got. He got a match against John Cena on Saturday Night's Main Event, and his T-shirt now is the number one seller. The Ron Cena thing. So you're giving the guy like a great severance package out the door.
Let me
like
just say, let me just say two things because Ron's my brother.
Right.
A couple of things. He'll be making a grip and autograph signing.
100%.
I mean, a grip. All right.
Yes.
That's number two. And there's always a money mark called Tony Khan.
Yeah. Well, the TNA, he could go work anywhere. I mean, the guy,
Right.
he's got to be loaded. He's been there
Right.
17 years, so it's
Right.
not like money. It's like, yeah, he's like, but bro, is the guy that,
I liked Carlito. I don't know why they let him go. I thought
I
he
don't
was
know
funny.
either too. It's kind of weird. That is weird. Maybe he's kind of older too, but My whole thing is,
He is
you know,
older.
from
Let me
for-
just say one more thing. So I did read a little bit about the Miz thing, and his contract is up, I think, this month.
really,
Yeah.
Yep.
wow,
That's a most valuable player there too.
Oh yeah.
And according
Yeah.
to that report,
Well-
he makes 2.5. You know,
Well, let me be devil's advocate here, and just this is not like from a hating standpoint. This is from I'm gonna step on the side. Stating standpoint.
Right.
I'm in the room now for the booking room for the TKO people and everything. We're cutting costs, right?
Right.
Dude, the whole premise of the WWE's business model is predicated on you have a vast developmental system
Right.
with tons of guys down there.
Right.
And dude, how long can you keep these people on the roster? It's like it's addition by subtraction. You have to pull people off the roster to add these people from the farm system. You know, from the developmental to get them on the show. And just at some point, you know, you're going to have to just cut some of these guys.
plus you got Jacob Fatu on the come up. You just brought back Aleister Black and Rusev, and so there's more guys coming in too. That with the same amount of spots.
You know, and it's like I'll say this, but
Well, can I just say something? So to me, it's like, why is, for example, Candice LeRae still there, and why is let me think of another name. I hate to say it.
I guess they're still giving them chances. I don't know.
And they make.
We could sit there and categorically. You're not in the room, but like. They obviously have these discussions,
this is part of our show. What we think, and people like to hear our thoughts. Yep.
Right. It is funny because this because everybody this is the way they're hating on the WWE now, right? So some guy tweeted, this guy Trevor Davies said WWE's paid talent less than 10% of revenue. AEW is paying quote above market value unquote, only in the sense that the market for decades has been set by a company who gave their employees crumbs. AEW plays closer to where the market should be and is turning a profit while doing it. Then Dave retweeted this guy and said, if the company is profitable, then the overall talent budget is not above market value, which is absurd. Okay, because then I just want to point out how dumb that comment is. Dude, you're trying to tell me that AEW is paying market value when they have literally just a $1 million budget for shows that have 3,000 people, a talent budget. Bro, they're paying over $100 million a year for talent, which is $2 million a week. They do Collision and Dynamite every 7 or 8 pay-per-views, right? Bro, they're paying that's $1 million per show, and you're drawing 3,000 people. And you're trying to say that's the AEW is the one paying market value? That's insane.
Right.
They're way over. They either draw more people now. It's like you can't sit there and talk about how profitable they are if they're running shows for 3,000 people with $1 million talent budget. I don't care what the rights fees are. That's ridiculous. So I don't know. I just think it's funny how there's still
you make a great point.
Yeah, somehow AEW is the baby face in this because they're paying everybody what they're worth, and WWE is the release guys. Dude, this has been happening throughout the course of history, and the response every single time they release people is exactly the same every single time. They're shocked and outraged, and they're making too much money. It's like, come on, guys, they're running a business, which is why they're worth $9 billion. It's like, good grief. All right, I said my rant there.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.